Welcome to this series where we are taking a first look at the realistic mode for workers and resources Soviet Republic. This was introduced as part of the Metro update, which was released into the beta test branch in September 2022. In the last part, we started putting together our primary infrastructure over here. And of course, we got our new town down here to build. And I think we've now got to a point where we need to start taking our construction to another level, which means bringing in workers, simply because we've got quite a long power line to build up to here in order to get power into there. So I think it's time to start building this up. We also need to start thinking about some of these ancillary buildings. This area here, I'm in no rush to build everything up just yet, because we got more important things to do down here. And of course, we got to also plan our water, all sorts of stuff still left to plan. But first things first, what I want to do is we're going to come up here. Actually, we need construction offices. I must admit, I am very tempted to put a proper construction office in. Let's see which one this is. This is the default one. This has got 12 places. And it needs 2.5 tons of steel, 9.4 tons. This one is actually marginally cheaper. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put you in. Just love you, game. Well, we'll put that in later on. Well, the reason I want to put in, actually what we could do is put it down here actually. Let me just see if that will fit in here on a green. Oh yeah, look at that. We put you there. The reason I want to put a proper construction office in is simply the fact that it gives us a bit more control over the jobs. What's that? Oh, it's overlapping. Okay. Just get rid of that. There's one thing I don't like about this game is you can't see the power connections. Let me just pause a minute. I don't want to waste too much time. I think we can get it in just there. And of course, this construction office eventually will be able to, and of course, this construction office will also push us forward with respect to the, what we call it, when we start to build up the area, because we've got a large construction area to put in there. The other thing while I'm thinking about it is a technical office, don't we? Because I'm still debating a little bit about whether technical offices need a lot of steel, so I think we'll put the free technical office in just here. Actually, well, we got a junction here, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Let's put this in on this side, because we're going to need to bring water in, and I don't want to waste gravel putting that in something which is technically temporary. Right, let's just get back to what I was doing before I got distracted. We're going to need to get a couple more construction offices in here. Okay, I don't care, game. I don't really want to put it on that. Okay, we're going to have to need to flatten terrain. Okay, we're going to put you out here on that junction there, because I just don't want to add too many junctions. So what we've got is a construction office with 4 dumpers in. We've got a construction office with 1 spare slot. In fact, let's just work through this in logic. This is the one with dumpers, so you need to bring in asphalt from there. I don't want to go overboard with concrete. Because we're not, I don't think we'll put a concrete mixer in here. You've got 12 tons of concrete. You've got 2.5 tons. This is expensive though. I think maybe we'll go with a year 60. You got down here. Year 5,000. You're 7.5 tons. The 12 tons of concrete is for big buildings, and I think maybe this one is a good compromise, plus the fact it's got a bit of a top speed. So I think we'll buy you, and then what we'll do is add you concrete. So that's that one. Now I think this is the one we're going to have workers in, and I think we're going to start with 2 buses. What's the cheapest bus? I'm very tempted to use minibuses, but they don't carry a lot of workers. We've got 52 passengers here, 65 kilometers an hour. We're going to get a couple of buses. You're going to now pick up the workers from the post there. We got, that means we got 2 there. I think, right, so we got dumpers, we've got excavators, we've got a concrete mixer, we've got the couple of buses which we need to assign workers to, and the auto detect is on, and I don't want the auto detect on because I need to control what you are going to be building. In fact, your first job is going to be that. Same with this one. This one's probably auto detected everything in sight because I need to control all the jobs. I think what we're doing here is I need a covered hole to deliver electronic components. Again, we're going to go as cheap as possible. Got one here that's capable of 55. That might be a little bit too cheapskate. 90 kilometers an hour, 1,000 there. You can deliver 3.35 tons of. You're a bit expensive. I've got so many different options here. Wow. 42, maybe these are a little bit too slow. You can carry 0.7 tons of electronics. So this is a gas, 1932 to 61. I mean, a ton of electrical components is not bad. I mean, how much is this gonna? This is only 1.7 tons. I think we're gonna go for the gas. And then what we can do is assign you mechanical electrical components there. And that, I mean, that covers we covered gravel, asphalt, concrete. All we need now is some open holes. And what I'm going to do is get a couple of open holes in here. Again, what we need is, oops, we need some open holes with some carry capacity. We don't need excessive speed. This gas 51p is pretty good. He's only 3,000. Top speed of 70 kilometers. Carries 7 tons of steel and boards. I think we'll get a couple of those. And then you're gonna steel, bricks, prefabs, and boards. And that is about it. First thing I want to do is build this. So we're going to get this underway. Of course, you're going to need to do the groundworks. In fact, they're all going to need to be on this one. For some reason, he's auto-detected that already. And we need you on there as well. Actually, we'll get you on that. That gets this underway. Actually, my instinct is to have 2 jobs. Right, they've actually detected that, so if they build that, that's good. Just speed the game up a little bit. It's a bit slow. Trying to think of another job that we could build. Or actually at this. Right, we've also need to put this road in so that we can deliver the coal to here. So we need that done. And we'll just get the guys working on this now. And our money's going to go down very quickly now. So while that's doing its stuff, we've got our town centre here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to start planning this residential area. I'm thinking medium buildings over the large buildings. I mean, large buildings is nice, but I just don't really... I don't know, 127 for flats isn't too bad. I think what we'll do, again, I don't really want to break through that. What we're gonna do is put down a bit. We'll put 2 houses there. I'll leave enough space for a footpath down between the buildings. That would give us, and then we'll put another one. And then what we can do is slip a road, kind of curve through like that. And oops. I think we can afford to break this into 3 sections. We'd go straight for gravel here. Like that. And then we'll do the same on this side. I know the buildings have actually 2 road connections, but I can't see the point. I think by doing that, what we can do is put in a couple of small blocks on this side. I want 12 workers. 48 workers. Maybe they're a bit too small. Oh, it's a couple of... Spouse I really hate. And we'll get rid of you. And what that should do is give us a little bit of... That one's going to be in a little bit closer than I would like, but we'll go with that. So we've now got our indoor pool, our cinema, our shopping centre, and the hospital. We got this area here. And what I'm thinking now is we could have a footpath through there. But what I'd like to do, we now need a school and a kindergarten. I'm thinking, just make sure how many roads have you got. Right, we've all parked up. They've all got a bit carried away. I'll give you a job into there. Get you going on that. They've now built this road here. What I want to do is come down here because this is where we got the fire station. In fact, I'll just plan this road in to there. And we're gonna come down to there. Come into there. and come into there, and that will just keep the crews busy. What have we got up here? I've got absolutely no idea what I've got with a prefab up there. You can disappear. And what that should do is just make sure these have picked up the, yep. They can come down into this area here. And we're building the power cables. So that's coming together good. This has been built. We could get them working on the heating plant. Money is definitely dropping very quickly now. Anyway, back to playing our little town here. We can need a school. I think we'll put the school about in the center. Now, if we put the school about there. Now, this is the kindergarten. What am I on about school? I think we have the school just about there. Now, kindergartens are one of these things which fill up very quickly. So I think if we put the kindergarten on this junction here, because I can almost guarantee that we're going to need another kindergarten over here, but we could probably put it just about here later on. We've now got the school, we've now got the kindergarten. Universities, problem with universities in the vanilla game, they're just so big. This is the reason why I'm hoping that when the next update comes out and they add small and medium buildings, that we actually get a small university like this. In fact, I'm going to put a university in. Where should we put the university? And this has got no footpath connections. I'd like it to be. I mean, we'll probably put a footpath through here. So, I think we'll just drop the university on this corner here. We won't actually. If I put it about there, then we'll have a direct footpath link through here eventually. And of course, what we'll be doing is putting those in as what we call it, mud footpaths. So we've got a university. Right, so the next thing we need to think about is crime and justice. Although, strictly speaking, with a small town, do we actually need it? I think I need to plan it, but at the same time, I'm not going to go into it in great depth, because the problem with crime and justice is the fact that, yeah, you can put a police station down, but then you've got to build a courthouse, and then you've got to build a prison. And again, this is one of the downsides of the vanilla, is that you can see here the police station is not too bad. The courthouse gets a little bit bigger. Then of course you get the prison, which is massive. I think the secret police could be useful. No, I think I'm going to cop out on that just at the moment, and what I'm going to do is focus more on the next big dilemma, is heating. Well, we put the heating plant in. What we need to do now is actually plan where we're going to put the heating pipe. I'm kind of a bit tempted to put it in here. Now, if I remember correctly, we put a small heating plant in, so we can only use small heat exchangers. Can't remember what a heating plant actually produces. Small heating plant produces 210 of hot water, and the small heating plant takes 100. So we can only get 2. My instinct is to kind of put something like this. I don't really want the road. I think we put this about here. And that will cover the town. It will also hit the fire station, which is good. Now comes and we're going to use a small heating pipe. And I think we're going to go underground. We've got 4 connections here. And of course it's got to come out like that, because I put the flaming heating. And we've got this long heating plant thing here. How much this is going to take? A lot of steel. 24 tons, 30 tons of concrete. Right, we've got mech components. I think I forgot about mech components. Who's got the yeah, the covered hole? I forgot all about mech components. So you're gonna have to cover the mech components. Right, we've now built that. We got power down into it. I think I would just like to make everything a little bit more efficient from the perspective of, yeah, this doesn't take that much. Oh, we got boards as well. Boards. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I would like to get this built so that we've actually got a pretty effective so next thing we're going to do is actually build a full-size construction office. Whoops. That's built as well. We'll get you on that. And we'll build the substation. We'll just run the risk of everything burning down. We get into here and build down. Ideally, I would like to build the high street. This road can stay mud, should it shouldn't necessary. Anyway, we've now got the heating in. Now, the next question is water. Now, we could supply water initially with the with trucks from the border, but I still feel that I need to plan a water disposal situation. Okay, let me just come in here. Oh, that would be brilliant if I can get that. Oh, that's a bit of luck. But of course, we still got to build it. And to build it, now I'll be completely upfront. This will be the first time I've actually built a sewage outfall. In fact, I've got absolutely no idea how much it costs in the way of resources. That's pretty expensive, actually. Sorry about the digression, but I'm kind of thinking I planted all these trees here. We've got the road down there. Right, I need to put some roads in here. Right, we've got that to the warehouse, which I would like to be gravel. So we're going to put that in there, and then that means we can start thinking about building the warehouse in here, and then we can put, just want to make sure that mud road will, yeah, we can just get a little mud road in there. Right, we're building that. This is finished. That's being built. Okay, that's being built. That's being built. That little bit of road there is going to be a pain in the neck. We got the crews working on that area there. Right, we've got residential there. I think what I'd like to do is put in a small storage barn on the back of, this is the shopping center. Storage. Got small. Well, I'm going to be a bit cheeky here. We're going to kind of try and stretch that as far as we can and hook you up to there. And then that means that the mud road that I've got to put in here can come like that. And you can curve around like that into there. What did I drop that time? Game, you can be very annoying sometimes. How you doing? Yeah, you're working on the switch and the construction office. Get that done. Don't really want to overload them. We've got the fire station. I think we may need a manual workforce for this because it's a little bit short. So we're going to assign you to that. Yeah, when you've got really short sections like this, sometimes the excavator won't go in. So if you assign ordinary workers to it, they will go into there. And of course, that's also going to apply to this little section here. So we got the cinema, we got residentials. Just want to make sure. Wait, game, what are you doing? Oh, we can allow citizens. I thought I'd switch that off. That's not good. I don't want citizens in it. I want to choose my own citizens. Plus, I want to control which blocks they move into. So, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. I think I'm going to put a sewage outfall in from the get-go. Got a kind of nice area here. If we put you between the two blocks, something like between the blocks, that would cover the whole trying to think. I'm thinking we'll put what I'm trying to do is work out a position where we can get maximum coverage from one place, but of course I'm aware that this would probably get overloaded very quickly. So I think what we'll have to do is put some water guys in there to begin with. Well, a bit of a tough call actually. I think we're going to go here and just cover the whole area. Of course, that means we're going to have to put in a very expensive sewage pipe. This might be a mistake, but oh, never noticed that before. The water disappears when you're underground. Is that new? Okay, we're going to accept that. 72 prefab panels. Now that is very interesting because if you play hard mode, one of the conditions is that you can't import prefabs. So laying down sewage pipes, does that apply to water pipes as well? All right, I've got to do this, guys. The water pipes don't, but sewage pipes do. I never noticed that before. That could make playing hard mode very tricky if you can't actually import prefabs, because it would mean effectively you wouldn't be able to build a sewage system until you built a prefab plant. Fascinating. Right, I'm gonna, because that bit's gonna annoy the heck out of me. Game where let's pick up the bus guys. so that you can do that. I'm also, I think the bus platform is something we need to get going relatively quickly. So get all the guys focused on that. Need to keep them busy. You've got it. What we need is the other ones here. Assign you there. And then I think we're in a position now where I could probably just do this. Because if I build it out like that, these guys will have to follow this road down. So if I put you there and there, by doing it this way, the road crews have to follow the path that I've actually allocated to them. So I can just let them run now, and they should be okay. Now, so I'm still kind of debating about water. Believe it or not. I think I'd like this service road built so that we could bring in the goods as well. So I think we'll get that built. I quite like the idea of building the fire station now, but we're going to need to get power to it. Although it will work without power. Because what we could do, if necessary, I want fire coverage. Simply because I'm getting to the point now where we're building things. And just because they're not occupied doesn't mean that your buildings won't actually burn down. So what you need is to get the fire station kind of put together. Right, we've now got this substation is finished. And of course, it says that it's got no power supply. The reason for that is that I've actually haven't implemented import yet. But because we're not actually needing power, I'm not in any rush to get that done. And I think the next thing we need to do is just keep pushing the power supply forward as well. Get to this main switch. Of course, this is where it burns down. Get the power into here. I've just realized I made a mistake with the open holes, because what I really should do is have an open hole that can carry the excavators, because eventually we're going to need pavers in here, because we're going to need to lay asphalt. We need to build these factory connections, but they're not high priority at the moment. Because we need to get the infrastructure together. Now, I'm going to be completely upfront. I'm not sure how long we're going to get before we get problems with crime and justice. I mean, this is going to be a relatively small town. I think what I will do is get the loyalty stuff going. Again, it's the crissy crossy stuff. What is there? Oh, we got the heat exchanger there. We could build the heat exchanger because we're on August. Actually, let's start working on this area here. What are you aiming for? Wow, we are burning through the money very, very quickly now. This is one of the reasons why I don't like playing vanilla starts, because you can put down buildings which are very expensive, and of course one of the things I like is actually telling a story, and that story doesn't fit with many things. I think we could run out of money before we even get this built. I think what we're probably going to need to do is just build the shop, get the shop and that in, get some workforce in. We need to earn some cash. This is turning into an interesting challenge. Mind you, if it all goes wrong, that's not a problem, because I mean that's the whole idea for doing this, is to get a feel for how realistic mode works. Probably spent a little bit too much money on gravel, but we can always borrow some money. I'm liking this area from the perspective of getting some wood going. Where is it? Wood cutting post. So we could put wood cutting post here, like that, in range of that power supply. So if we put it there, and then if we get a, what we call it, put you in there like that, puts you in range of that. Go back to the wood cutting post. And when what we could do is put a sawmill. We flip that. Oh, look at that. Put the sawmill out there. Get that built in there. Come on, game, you can do it. Yes, you can. Now, this bus stop's going to become very important. What that means is we'll be able to produce our own boards, and that's another potential export market. And I think for that reason, I think you've now earned the justification for an upgrade to there. Right, we've now got this here. Construction office, turn off everything. I'm gonna move you down to there. And what I'm gonna do is move, start moving one or two guys down here so that we can start building this. Workers. Oh, that's useful. Did it all for me. I think I think the way you do that is, if you haven't got anything selected and you just press on one building, it automatically just fills it all in for you. So that puts them all on that side there. I think what I will do, get you built, assign you to there, put you onto there. Get this going. I think what we're going to do is just move these guys. I'm going to pause the game. I want to leave this on roads and factory connection. Not factory connections, just roads. And then what have you picked up? Right, we need the aggregate store. We need this built. We need to build this. We don't need the factory connections at the moment. They can go. We need to start work on the heating plant, because there's no point going into winter. We need the heating pipes finished, unfinished road, high voltage. Transformer, bus station. Okay. Want to look at so we got the aggregate store, unfinished conveyor. I don't think we really, I think from the get-go, we don't need the conveyor and we don't need the aggregate store. We need the heating plant, we need the heating pipes. I think the rest of that is good. Now I could buy some extra vehicles in here, but I'm just going to move you down to here as well. Get our covered hole friend down here as well. And that means that I can get rid of this construction office now. Don't need you. I'll just get rid of you, tidy that up a little bit. You've got no workers. I'm going to mess you up. I'm going to send you to there. You've got workers, so we don't want to mess you up. Send you to there. Now, what I would like to do, if possible, I just want to look in here because this is something we'd have to build on in here. Is a tower crane. I would like a 10 tower crane just to speed things up a bit. The trouble is, if I buy a tower crane, that's going to be very expensive. But if I come in here, click on this, what do we need? Yeah, we got to buy one of these open holes. So what we're gonna have to do? It's the gas station. Got a depot. That's the distribution office. I actually built a depot yet. Okay, I haven't actually built a depot. Okay, this is a good opportunity to give a demonstration of how to move vehicles. So I don't want that on the free depot. Just sneak the free depot in there. Get rid of you. I don't want the expensive road. I just want a cheap road. You can go to there. This is not going to last that long. What we're going to have to do is buy... Which one was it? Sorry, I've forgotten. Oops, don't sell it. We need the Skirt 706 to move the building. Move it. Have to come in here. Open hole. And we're going to get you. And of course, we're going to have to wait for you to come from the border. And of course, he's got to go to the gas station. It wouldn't be... Actually, I think I'm getting to the point where I probably need the gas station built as well, come to think of it. Right. What you're going to do is you're going to go to here. And you've got to pick up the vehicle. Now, when you're moving tower cranes, it's very important that you send it to a proper destination, i.e. the construction office. Because if you don't, what will happen is that if it gets dropped off somewhere else, it will have a bit of a problem. And what should happen now is... See, that the border post is already getting a bit busy. What he should do is go in and pick up the tower crane. Right, so we've got the tower crane. Get here, and of course, there's no point having the tower crane in here if we don't actually have the open hole to move it. So once the tower crane's delivered, and this guy, what we're going to do is assign him to this office. Yep. So you can drop off there. And I'm going to be a bit cheeky and tell you, assign you directly. I don't know if he's going to respond. I think he'll probably go back to the depot and then come. No, he's turned around and come back. Oh. Looks like I didn't need to buy this. This gas 51 actually. Okay. Anyway, we've got an open hole here. And I think what I'm going to do is I just want to check something. You can go to there. Who can you get carried? We're going to move the excavators to here as well. And what I'm going to do is tell them to deliver the trucks. We got the Skoda. Where are you going? Oh, you're off the boards. Okay. So we've now got to the point where effectively everything now is running from here, I think. Let's have a quick check. We've got some open holes. We've got some covered holes. We've got one single concrete mixer. We could put a road crane in should we need it, but we're a bus missing. Right, where did I put the... I think what we need now is to get that built. Let's try and build that line in there. Now we've got quite a lot of work jobs on the go now, so we've got to be a bit careful. Because I think we're just going to up the priority on the fire station now. That's what I like to see. Yep. Okay, we got a problem down here with respect to the road. So we have to be a bit careful with that so that we can keep control of the groundworks. Right, we're in September and we're not really making progress. I think I've got a bit too carried away here. Right, I'm going to remove the heating plant. We want to leave the bus platform because the way the game builds things is from top to bottom. I want the bus platform. Oh, sorry, I've got to get rid of that warehouse. It's the wrong order. Substation, mechanical, yep. And then we're going to add the heating plant on the bottom there, actually. So, and we'll see if we can get that going. Where's the fire station? Fire station is the top of the list. That's good. Got the crane here. The bus platform's now finished. I see. And the first thing we need to do is just set that to workers. Once eventually when we get some workers. And I don't want this video to be too long, so this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. What I'll do is I'll play on a little bit and see if I can get some of these outstanding jobs done. Then in the next part, we're going to continue putting everything together. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.